Hey girlies, it's Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I have two products that I wanted to test out with you guys. The first one is the Huda Beauty Satin Finish, the new stick foundations, and the other one is the Colourpop Sandstone collection. So we have the palette, they've got creme gel liners, they've got creme eyeshadows. Is it cream or creme? Not sure, creme. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. First of all, in the Sandstone collection they have these two products from For Free, which is their skincare brand, and also Soul Body, which is their body care brand. I'm not going to be using these today just because the Radiant serum, the vitamin C serum, has like loads of oils in it, and I have oily skin, so I don't want to like put oil underneath my makeup, so I'm not going to use this. And then of course the shimmering dry oil, I feel like it's not the right time of year to be putting on shimmering oils. It's just because I'm all covered up and, you know, warm. But I'll show you guys what it looks like anyway, just in case you're interested. It's kind of like this rose gold type of color. I was gonna film with natural lighting today, but it's like really dark outside. It's pouring down with rain, so I've had to bring my ring light in. I feel like the back is looking a little bit dark. Let me go and light that up a little bit. Yeah, I hope that's a bit better. But anyways, so starting off, this foundation did come with a primer. This is the Water Jelly Hydrating Primer, and this is what it looks like. Typically I don't really go for hydrating primers just because I do of course have oily skin. I tend to go for more pore blurring mattifying primers. It doesn't have a noticeable scent. That's another thing. These products are meant to be fragrance free. I really like her original foundation, so I hope she like takes the steps to make that foundation free. I mean, what's the word? Fragrance free. God. But that actually feels really nice. It does feel hydrating. It has soaked in nicely. It's not like a super dewy, oily, glossy type of finish. It has soaked in nicely. So in the original Huda Beauty foundation I used the shade Chocolate Mousse, which is 450G, and they've sent that shade in the stick as well. But I also have Peanut Butter Cup 455R and Mocha 500G. So it says this stick foundation offers buildable natural coverage with a high filter finish, allowing you to create a customizable foundation finish. A creamy new formula that melts onto the skin, builds up coverage to blur imperfections, or buff and blend it to achieve a sheer illuminating skin tint. Perfectly compact into a portable foundation stick, available in 39 shades, 9 new shades. Okay, so here are the 3 shades that I have. So this one here is Chocolate Mousse 450G, this one is Peanut Butter Cup 455R, and this one is Mocha 500G. It does look a bit like my summer shade, so it's probably going to apply a little bit dark right now, but just ignore that. Let's just see how the formula is. So we're gonna apply, I don't know how much to apply, but I'm assuming if they say you can get a sheer coverage out of it, it's probably gonna be a light coverage foundation. So I'm just gonna kind of coat my whole face. Definitely could do with a lighter shade, but hey ho. They also sent over this double-sided foundation brush that I'm assuming is to buff it in. So I'm going to take the fat side. This one's like a triangle, and then this one's like a round top kabuki. Really soft and really like packed full with hair. So I'm going to take this and dab it in. I feel like if you buff and blend, you lose a bit of coverage. So I'm going to try and dab and get the most coverage that I can. Seems to be blending in nicely. Medium coverage so far. The shade is not for me right now. Possibly once I've, you know, gone on holiday, caught a nice suntan, then yeah, maybe. But right now, let's bring that down the neck. But yeah, this blends and buffs in really nicely. This brush is quite hard, like because it's so heavy and so much bristles, it is quite heavy on the face. As you're dabbing it, it's kind of like knocking me out. But the product is melting into the skin nicely, and it is really lightweight. Knowing me and my foundation preferences, I can already tell that I do prefer the original Huda Beauty foundation, just because I do prefer liquids over cream, and I also prefer higher coverage. So what I'm going to do is take the stick and try and build it up in areas that I want extra coverage. Yeah, so it's definitely buildable. As I'm pushing that extra layer in, it's definitely giving me a little bit more coverage. This colour looks a bit crazy on me, but I will balance it out with concealer as I always do. So first impressions, definitely buildable. It has a really glossy skin-like finish, which is not for me. I feel like this would possibly be perfect for someone with dry skin that likes a buildable sheer foundation. You know, people that like foundation sticks and the kind of customizable coverage, and you know, you can only put it in certain spots if you wanted to. If you get your perfect match, you could easily just like spot conceal certain things or use it as an all over, you know, even in your skin tone type of foundation. It doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't look heavy, but I don't like the finish of this. It's just way too glowy and dewy for me and my oily skin. So personally, so far, I would say this is for normal to dry skin. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is finish up the rest of my face with my concealer, powder, all of that stuff, and then I'll come back so we can test the Colourpop collection. Okay guys, so I've gone ahead and completed the rest of my face, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how this has set down, how it looks on the skin. Looks really nice. I used the Hourglass concealer in the shade Beach just because it's really light for me, so I feel like it balanced out the dark foundation. And then I went ahead and set it with the Huda Beauty powder in Banana Bread. Then I set the outside of my face with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder in the shade 3. I'm going to start off with the cream eyeshadows because I want to use one as a base for the eyeshadow palette. So there's 4 gorgeous kind of neutral earthy tones in this collection which look like this. This one is called Flagstaff and it's kind of like an orangey terracotta. This one's called Agave Bloom and it's kind of like a nudish beige. This one is called Prickly Poppy and it's like a gorgeous deep brown. And then last but not least, we have Zinnia, I think that's how you say it, and this is a kind of nudie caramel but a little bit deeper than the first one. So this is what the palette looks like, the Sandstone collection, and I looked on Colourpop's website last night and it is still in stock. It is a shimmer heavy palette, which is pretty typical for Colourpop. You only get a few mattes in here, but the mattes that are in here are nice and deep and dark, which I do like. But once again, I do wish that some of these kind of sequin matte shadows with glitters in it were just mattes without the glitters. But yeah, this is what the palette looks like. But anyways, to prime my eyes, I'm going to go in with the Zinnia shade. I've never used these before as an eyeshadow primer, so I have no idea how this is going to go. I'm not sure if you're meant to use your finger, but I can't get my finger in there because of my nails, so brush it is. So what I'm going to do is go into this gorgeous rusty burgundy shade. It's called Big Beauty. Butt? How would you say that? Big butt? No, it can't be big butt. Big Beauty. And I'm going to put this into the... Ooh, look at that pigment. I'm going to put this into the crease. There's not a lot of mid-tone like blending shades in this palette. There's only like the dark mattes, which I love. But then for blending matte shades, there's only this kind of beige nudie color. Everything else is shimmery, to be honest with you. So you would have to put a shimmer in the crease if you didn't want to blend with that beige. Yeah, this shade is gorgeous, beautiful. I could make a whole look with just this. I think that cream shadow that I used actually has little gold glitters in it because I can see gold glitters on my lid and it didn't come from the matte. Just building up this red so I can get it as deep and dark as I want it. Okay, so on the outer corner, I'm going to go into the deepest shade in this palette, this one here, which is called Templeton. And this I'm going to dab. I don't know if it's going to make any difference, but I'm going to put it on the outer. Oh yeah, it's definitely deepening and darkening. I'm going to put it on the outer edge. I need to hurry up because I've got a Zoom call in half an hour. But yeah, I do love that they layer beautifully without dusting away or getting patchy. Colourpop shadows never let me down in formula so far. I sometimes hear people saying that Colourpop formula is hit and miss, but for me it's always hit, everything I've tried anyway. The only thing with them is the colour story that they pick. Sometimes there's not deep enough shades for darker skin, but in terms of formula, they never disappoint me. For my lid, I actually want to go in with this gorgeous green over here. It's called Desert Sky, and look at that, it's beautiful. It's like a greeny gold. I think I'm just gonna dab that onto my lid and diffuse it out as much as I can with my nails. Why does this look like the look that I did with the Too Faced palette? Might need to add something different on the lid. I'm going to take a little bit of this reddish type of colour down here called Wild Creek and just top the outer or the centre lid. Okay, that's just kind of made it like a brown smoky eye now. And then I think this Desert Sky, the first green that I used, would be nice as an inner corner. Yeah, that pops more on the inner corner. You can really see the green reflect. That looks beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna catch this eye up and I'll come right back. I'm really loving this eye look. I love the pop of green on the inner corner. So next we have the creme gel liners. There's 3. I haven't seen the colors of these, so let me open them up. Oh, they're nice earthy tones as well. So there's a khaki, like a terracotta brown, and then a deep dark brown as well. Oh, the khaki is actually like a green gold. Okay, so these are the 3 shades. Do you see that? It almost matches my eyes. This is gorgeous. So that's like a standard brown with gold shimmer in it, and then this is like a goldish green, olive, khaki type of metallic, and this one is the most matte out of all of them, and this is like a matte orangey terracotta brown. Let me try the green. I'm just curious how it's going to come off on the lower lash line. I feel like it's just going to look like a gold. Yeah, it just looks like a metallic gold on the waterline, which is cute. I don't have anything like that. I'm also going to go with that terracotta orange and put that in the waterline as well. They glide on so nicely without like pulling or rubbing at your eye. I'm glad I have these in my collection because I don't have colors like this. So that's it for the eyes. I'm gonna throw my lashes on and then I'll come back so we can try out the 4 Lippie sticks. So lashes are on. Let's go ahead and move on to the lips. So they have 4 Lippie sticks in this collection. This is what the packaging looks like, and they all look to be like a reddish tone. So starting off with this one, which is called Verde Valley, and this is like a red color. They glide on really well. I would definitely use this with a lip liner, but for today, just to show you guys the color, this is it. It almost has like a terracotta undertone, but it is more red than orange. The next one I'm going to try is called Prairie Home. What? This looks like the same color. Guys, is this not the same color? This is a little bit more orangey actually, but they look practically the same. Yeah, once again, I definitely would use a lip liner just to kind of give it. I love an ombre lip me. I don't like one color lips like this on me. The next shade is called Hike House. Okay, this one is different. It's more pinky. It's like a mauve. Cute color. Definitely would use a lip liner. Okay, I'm gonna stop saying that. That is a cute everyday pinky type of dark mauvey nude. And last but not least is the shade Coyote Ugly. Have you seen that movie? Used to be my mom's favorite movie. And once again, this is like an orangey terracotta color. Not as red as the first 2. A little bit more brownie toned. This one actually goes perfect with the eyes if I added a brown liner. So yeah, this is Coyote Ugly. Really cute. I don't feel like you need all of them because they're really similar, the first 2 and this one. I do feel like this one is possibly my favorite because I do prefer a terracotta over a red. So I'm just going to use MAC Chestnut because it is like a warm tone brown, and then topping up the Coyote Ugly. Now this is my type of lip combo. Oh, I love it. I love it mixed with a liner. I love anything mixed with a liner. Okay guys, so that is it. This is the final look. What do you think? I really love it. I love anything warm tone, so this is definitely right up my street. The foundation I can already see is getting a little bit dewy, a little bit glowy. My oils are starting to break through and it's only been like an hour, so I can only imagine how it's going to wear throughout the day. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a foundation stick that claims to have a glowy, illuminating, sheer tint finish, so I can't complain too much. It's doing exactly what it says it would do. Overall, I do really like that you can build up the coverage. I've said all of this, so I'm not going to reiterate it, but yeah, overall the foundation is good for certain people that like that type of foundation, but for me it's just not my style of foundation, and over all of the foundations that I do have, I probably won't reach for it. As for the Colourpop collection, I'm really happy that I have it. The palette is a bit I feel like there's better options out there if you do want a warm tone, earthy toned palette. I mean, it performs well, but the shade selection is just a little bit too shimmer heavy for me personally, but of course this is personal preference. If it wasn't for these 3 shades right here, I wouldn't even give the palette a second look, to be honest with you. I mean, at the end of the day, it's nothing spectacular. You can find better warm tone eyeshadow palettes out there that have more matte selections in them, but from Colourpop personally, it is one of the best that I've seen because it does have these 3 shades down the bottom to add depth to the look. So yeah, overall overall, the palette, £22 or $22. I wouldn't say rush out and grab it, to be honest, but if you are interested and you do like the color story, it's definitely good quality. Same with the cream eyeshadows. I don't feel like rush out and go grab them. I wish they were a little bit creamier, just so they glided on the lid a little bit nicer, but they are more of a drier formula. Just because they're called creme eyeshadow, I thought they would be a little bit more creme but they're a little bit more kind of like MAC paint pot, and they dry down like MAC paint pot as well. So yeah, keep that in mind. They're not as creamy as you would imagine. The creme liners, however, really happy with these, and I'm glad I have these shades. I've just been collecting waterline liners so that every look that I have different options to put on the waterline, not just black and brown all the time. The Lippies are really comfortable, nice matte formula, but not drying. They're full opacity, really pigmented. I like the creme formula, Lippie stick matte, what am I saying? The Lippie stick formula I like. So yeah, that is my thoughts, guys. Let me know yours down below. Are you thinking to pick up the Huda Beauty foundation, the Colourpop collection? Let me know what you've got your eye on. If nothing, let me know that down below as well. Give this video a thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Take care, bye.